What are your first thoughts?
I wonder if we should have went in further. As the tide goes up higher, that reef then is offering less and less protection.
Well, if you want to do anything now, we don't have much light left. It's a very quaint spot. Wouldn't you agree?
We're fairy hunting now.
Oh yes, we're in fairy territory now.
This is.
Welcome to MJ Sailing. We're Matt and Jessica, a couple that left Michigan for the nomadic lifestyle 7 years ago. Recently, we refitted an aluminum boat to sail to the Arctic and explore some of the more remote areas of the planet. Thanks for joining the adventure. As we were departing the northernmost parts of Scotland, our plan had been to head directly across to the Outer Hebrides and work our way down from there. But some heavy winds were about to be on our tail and could have locked us into one of the few all-weather harbors for the foreseeable forecast. With fall having closed in and winter storms at our doorstep, we decided the best thing to do was to stay close to the mainland, where there were many more options to move while still having protection from the heavy winds that would lay just outside. The long faces only lasted about a second though, because this meant our next destination would be the mysterious and ever-intriguing Isle of Skye. Camera scare them away?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, they were.
Thanks, Jess.
Yep. Ruining things as always. Our aim for the Isle of Skye was to land in their main harbour of Portree, but with daylight dwindling on us more and more, we began to question if we'd make it in before dark. The wind had picked up, and we were making good time, but we debated if the sun dropping below the gigantic cliffs next to us would cause dusk to fall earlier than anticipated. Since our bailout anchorage was a tricky entrance, and the swells behind us were only growing, we decided it was safer to enter a large harbor, possibly in the dark, than pitch and roll through a delicate entrance in daylight. I can't believe it if you can make it out. All those little white dots there are sheep. Sheep grazing on the side of the mountain. That's crazy. It's so incredibly steep. So incredibly beautiful though. Well, we did it. We've made it into the Isle of Skye and just at dusk. Found a nice little spot to anchor, just behind the Scotch flag, and next to a bunch of mooring balls. And it's probably too dark to see, but the town looks incredibly cute with all these painted buildings near shore, so can't wait to get the dinghy down tomorrow to go in and check it out. What are your first thoughts? Well, that's over for tonight.
As the tide goes up higher, that reef then is offering less and less protection.
Oh, yeah.
How low is it going to be?
Well, I don't know. Well, if you want to do anything now, we don't have much light left.
Well, maybe a motivator to wake us up in the morning and get off the boat.
Yep. We're gonna stay put and hopefully all that grossness out there does not come in as the tide raises 5 meters. And then that is no longer protection. This place looked good when we came in last night, but wow, it looks even better in the day. It is just so cute and quaint and picturesque. Many of you won't know what I mean, but it kind of reminds me of Mackinac Island and just like all these pretty, I don't know if they're Victorian type buildings, but just like all these like very picturesque postcard harbor front. And so right now we're going to drop the dinghy in just to kind of scope out the place and maybe pick up some groceries. But I need to get like a jacket on because it is getting cold. There's an icy breeze coming off the water. And Matt was also shocked by the cold this morning. It's so cold. I don't know, Fahrenheit probably like 40s with a wind chill. It's definitely not summer anymore. But man, imagine how beautiful this place would be in the summer if you could spend time outside.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You get used to it.
It is. Turns out we had the wrong dinghy dock. We came to this floating pontoon, which is for the people using the moorings. But I think there's fees and a locked gate there, so we believe that this is the dinghy dock we're supposed to use. So Matt's gonna quick bring it over. And then we can start touring. Going under the bridge. So you taking chances. May have just found the laundry place for later today.
We think.
We think. We'll see. But so far we're loving how colorful everything is here. A lot of the other Scottish harbors we went to, everything's gray. But here, they like to paint things. It's pretty. Laundrette. 11 and 9. So that would work after lunch then.
Alrighty.
Cool. Mostly successful start to our day. We've got some groceries. We found out where there's laundry. Got a bus schedule and found out that it doesn't go to a lot of the places we want to see. So might be renting a car, but at least now we're in the know. And now I get to go fill my stomach with some ciabatta bread. Successful trip to get the laundry done. Came in what I thought was kind of close to low tide, but it is definitely not. It's gone down like another 10 feet. And I'm going to be walking in kelp to get to the dinghy.
Well, it's more than 10 feet.
But yeah, that's true.
It was high tide. Yeah, that's not pretty stuff. It's probably tasty though. Look, there's some mussels in there.
There we go. Just come in here for dinner.
Yeah, barnacles on these bad boys. Georgie, I'd love to smell that.
First day in the Isle of Skye, and we are just knocking out our chores, which is pretty good. We've done kind of like a light round of grocery shopping, but we're making a list to possibly go back in tonight to the bigger store, which is a mile in from town. We did our laundry. We do have to get some diesel in jerry cans, but it's only like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so not bad. And if you can tell behind me here, we are definitely close to low tide now, or I think as low as it gets, because When we came in last night, I thought we were pretty close to low tide, but there were still sections of that strip underwater, and now they're completely exposed, which is making it very protected and comfortable back here. But it's just crazy how fast these tides work and how far they go down, like 15, 20 feet. So I think this is probably the strongest we've seen anywhere that we've been so far.
We've got an automatic transmission, finally. So it is Jessica's turn to drive.
I get to be behind the wheel for once. And this is my very first time driving on the left-hand side of the road. Got out of the parking lot okay, we're on the main road. And let's really, really hope that there's no accidents because there's quite a large deductible on this car.
Yeah, really large deductible.
Really large deductible. So we're really excited to be on the road. There's a lot Skye has to offer, and we know we won't be able to get it all in the one day that we have this rental. So we're gonna get a few of the recommended points, maybe just drive off some back roads and see what we can find. But mostly we just wanna have a good day and stay warm because it's chilly.
Never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush.
We just made it to the Fairy Glens. We just spent 10-15 minutes on the wrong side of the street and thoroughly enjoyed that, and then looked over to the south and realized we're actually supposed to be over there. So there's a whole new area for us to explore, which is awesome.
So we're walking up the Fairy Glens right now, and it's unlike any places we've seen. The hills have all these like little ridges, and we think they're from the sheeps and the rams that graze here, and they just kind of wear down these little patches. But so far, the sun is shining. Got a waterfall behind us. I got us here driving on the left side of the road, so day's starting to look pretty good.
As it turns out, many of the fairy associations in the Isle of Skye are rooted from the fairy flag of Dunvegan Castle and the mystical properties it supposedly contained. Stories of the flag's origin range from the fairies themselves giving it to the infant chieftain, being a gift to the chief from a departing fairy lover, or a reward from defeating an evil spirit.
But still I am here, moving on like before. I'm yearning to reach the shore. Now I know what it means to grow old.
Say a little squeeze, huh? You have to push yourself way up.
And muddy too.
Yep.
It's got that going for it.
We're not gonna be clean when we get home tonight.
We're not. We just did our laundry.
I know.
My jeans are finally clean. Oh.
We made it to the top of the little cliff thing with great lookouts, although it's a little narrow getting through the center. And there is like a circle of rings down at the bottom that I'm sure they mean something. We'll have to look it up really quick, but it's a pretty cool stop, and all of the sheep running around, and they're the I almost want to say the classic kind, the classic sheep with the black faces. It's a very quaint spot. Wouldn't you agree?
We're fairy hunting now.
Oh yes, we're in fairy territory now.
This is, and that's exactly what I describe it as.
A place built for fairies.
Yep.
There is a debate on the spiral stones, and although most research points to tour guides placing them there, only to have them later removed by the locals, They like to enchant their visitors with myths that the spirals are a tribute to giant snails which used to roam the land, or that it was used in ancient pagan worship.
Pretty good lunchtime views.
Not bad.
No, and we get to stay in the heated car, which actually is not even that bad out.
No, the sun is beating in through the windshield, so it's actually helping warm up.
Well, I was going to say outside it's not so bad either. The sun's out, it's not too windy. We've got ciabatta sandwiches. And
kettle chips.
kettle crisps.
Crisps. We are living it up.
And then a waterfall, and then the Old Man of Storr, and then maybe fairy pools. So, unfortunately, we can't sit and take in this view all afternoon. We're getting to the good part now.
We've been in a good part.
We have been. We're getting to the great part now.
Way up there. That's my finger.
Our next stop was to what is undoubtedly the most iconic spot in the Isle of Skye, the rock formation also known as the Old Man of Storr. A large pinnacle rock that can be seen for miles around, it was created by a massive ancient landslide. But since this island can never escape myth, it is also referred to from some as the gravesite of giants that used to roam the land.
A few more people here at the Old Man of Storr to get to it, more so than the Fairy Glens we're at. And I don't know what we were expecting. I wasn't expecting much of a hike, but we're sure getting a rise in elevation and slightly out of breath, but I think it's going to be worth it just based on the views to get up there. Even if the rocks themselves are a little underwhelming, the hike is pretty good.
It's a good workout. We should have brought water too.
And we had it too in the car.
Yeah. Oh.
Poor got it.
Well, Justin and I thought we'd be kind of smart for this one. So I'm going up this peak over here to get a view. Jess is going up there, and we should have a camera with us, so we will take and compete and see who's got the better view. I think it's Jess is shooting from right over there. She's wearing a gray coat, so somewhere over there is where she is.
Oh my gosh, that wind really cuts the bone once you get up the top there. This is about the only protected spot I can find out of it, but my hands are just icicles now. But it is as great as it looks in the photos. It was a great stop for us. Quite a bit of a hike. I just caught my breath, and Matt is somewhere back there trying to get another panning view. Unfortunately, feels like we say this all the time. Can't stay as long as we want. We still have a few more places we want to get today. Kind of sucks we only have the car for one day, but definitely a great stop. Next to Norway, I'm thinking Isle of Skye is my favorite stop that we've done so far.
Can you hear my teeth chatter?
It's getting a little cooler out. We were hoping that after Storr, the next place we went to would be less windy, but it's still pretty freaking cold.
Yeah.
But we're going to the fairy pools, so pretty excited about that. The pictures look cool. It looks like this grand set of waterfalls if you're not looking at like the regular perspective, if you just see photos and then you see someone standing next to it and they're like 3 feet high.
Little miniature thing, so it's just all perspective.
All
and this
perspective.
big wide open area here kind of throws that eye off.
But yeah, some really, really cool sights here. So of the 3 stops we're able to make today, I think we chose pretty good ones. I think we're starting to get to the really fun part of the falls now, and there's so many places to overlook these like little pools, clear water. And now everybody, I wish we could do it, we probably won't. We'll start like climbing the rocks, trying to get the best photo or the best view, but it seems like a pretty magical place. If the sun were out and it were warm, I could not imagine how perfect this would be. I was wrong. That's one of those crazy people going out for the best shot. Guess I'll go join him.
Look at that shape. How it comes around. You can see it almost looks like cutting a bowl.
Yeah, I was
right
gonna
up
say,
there.
it looks
then
like a
comes
bowl.
and then funnels into there, circles through and around and down.
Yeah, this is also pretty. Well, we finished walking up and down the fairy pools, and true to the name, they're just like a bunch of like these like micro waterfalls.
Oh, they're pretty good size. Some of them are pretty
Some
good
of them
size.
are actually pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah.
size, but they have like the little miniature ones, which are pretty cute too. And then they just empty into like these clear pools as this river flows down, and then they do it again and again and again. We got the drone up, but we're having some hardware issues.
DJI.
So we didn't quite get the shots we wanted.
Yeah, we're losing connection with our remote control,
It just-
so
yeah,
it
it
just
just, like-
suddenly stops working and it starts flying away from us,
Yeah,
which is
not cool.
Not cool. Yeah, this is like the 4th time it happened, but you can't ruin this day. So
No, just look at this back here.
Yeah.
This is so picture perfect.
yeah, another beautiful day and a beautiful life.
Yep, Island of Skye. Thumb up approval.
Yeah, very, very awesome spot. Very excited that we get to spend a couple more days here. Not moving around just yet, so we will be able to at least enjoy the town a bit more.
Yes.
And
Maybe
maybe
see
even jump on a bus and go and see some stuff that we haven't seen today.
Or go out for some fish and chips and some Skye Brewery beer.
Ooh, Sky Brewery. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at these amazing golden hour views out here. I have to say one of my favorite part about the Scottish Highlands is just that the way when the sun gets low, just before it's about to like dip below the cliffs or mountains, is just the way that it lights the hillsides on fire. And although Matt and I did not go in for a beer in town, and we're not going to go back out for dinner tonight either, I did stop at the co-op and I got myself one of the beers from the local Skye Brewery. So while it's still kind of sunny out here, it's just dipping below that mountain, and I have all these just awesome golden hour views. Gonna sit out here and enjoy it before the cold drives me inside for the rest of the night.